and welcome to the Let It Flow podcast. I'm Gideon and I'm excited to be with you today. Today I have good news for you. You're being set up. It's a setup. God has perfected the details. You just need to walk in the details. God has ordered your steps. Walk in it. Walk in the good life that God has ordered for you. Let's go back to the story of Gideon. We've been talking about Gideon over the past 2 episodes. Today, let's conclude that story and see what happened after Gideon had 300 men, after he heard about what the enemy was saying about him. Now see how God set him up for a grand finish. I love the movies of God. It's like a grand finale. Today, we're going to go to Judges 7, verse 16 to 22. In verse 16, it says that Gideon divided the 300 men. Remember those 300 men that passed the test? The 300 men, he divided them into 3 companies. And he placed trumpets and empty jars in their hands. And then he gave them torches for the inside of the empty jars. Watch me, he told them. I love the boldness. Watch me, follow my lead. When I get to the edge of the camp, do exactly as I do. When I and all who are with me blow our trumpets, then from all around the camp, blow yours and shout for the Lord and for Gideon. So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him reached the edge of the camp at the beginning of the middle watch, just after they had changed God. They blew their trumpets and broke the jars that were in their hands. As soon as the other people saw that, the 3 companies blew their trumpets and smashed the jars. Grasping the torches in their left hands and holding in their right hand the trumpets they were to blow, they shouted, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon." While each man held his position, listen to that, hold your position. While each man held his position around the camp, all the Midianites ran, crying as they fled. All the Israelites had to do was hold their position. All you have to do is to hold your position. Hold your position and watch the salvation of the Lord. Watch what God will do on your behalf. Watch what God has done on your behalf. As these men in the army held their position, the Midianites ran everywhere, fleeing in terror. Verse 22, when the 300 trumpets sounded, listen to what the Lord did. The Lord himself caused the men throughout the camp to turn on each other with their own sword and begin to kill each other. It was a setup all the while. Gideon and the 300 men did not even need to fight. The Lord was going to fight this battle and they were going to hold their peace. They literally held their position. I'm here to encourage you. There's been a divine setup in your life. God has been ordering your steps, putting things in place around you, and you need to hold your position. Trust God, hold your position and make that move. Hold your position, make that move, and watch what God will do. If Gideon did not have enough courage to go all the way to actually stand there and blow the trumpet and hold his position, he would not have seen the salvation of the Lord. I've come to encourage you. Go apply for that job. Go for that interview. Submit that proposal. Make that move. It's a setup. The Lord is already finished the work. He's already ready to bless you. He's already ready to hand it over to you. It's literally up to you to show up and stand your ground. Take your position. Be like this man. If the 22,000 that left the first time knew that all they would have to do is to blow a trumpet, they would have stayed. But God didn't tell them that early because it was not important at that time. He needed them to be ready to do whatever it took to win. But God already knew that they would not even have to fight in this battle. All they would have to do is hold their position, hold their peace while they watch the Lord fight for them. The Lord will fight for you. Hold your peace, hold your position. Be bold in what God has called you to do. Get up, apply for that job. Go back. Even if you've gone before, go back. Resubmit that proposal. Go for that business. Make that move because it's a setup. Look, the Lord is already just waiting for you to show up. Go for that interview. Show up. Show up and see what God has for you. It's all a setup. I love the story of Gideon so much. He was a mighty warrior, was ready to fight, he was ready to win, but all the while, God was setting him up. It's about the heart, the character, and knowing that they were willing to step forward and trust God with the strategy of God. But God himself caused the enemy to turn on each other and kill each other. They did not even have to fight in there. Later in this chapter, Gideon then called all the people of Israel to say, come and take possession of the land. The Lord has gotten the land for you. The Lord himself has given you victory. The Lord himself has given you victory. I pray that will be your testimony in the name of Jesus. Everything that you've been terrified of, I pray that God will grant you the grace to stand and trust God, to try again, to make that move. And I pray that you will be right where you're supposed to be in the name of Jesus. And I pray that everything that the Lord has orchestrated around your life for this grand finale, for this big setup, that you will step into it and that you will testify. Be encouraged, be bold, trust God, and make a move. It's a setup. God himself is fighting for you. Remember, one of the things God told Gideon at the beginning is, I am with you. So the Lord is with you. Go and conquer. Go and win. God bless you.